To your right, second level.
When I saw the barflies at the end, and they all looked real to me right at the moment. The moment I saw them, they looked real people, and I was reminded of Todd Browning's Freaks, where they used the real freaks. And I'm wondering if that was coincidence. Were you familiar with Todd Browning's film? There's this non-judgmental quality you get when you use real people that really came off at the end, and that's what this felt to me like a kind of a modern-day version of Todd Browning's Freaks.
Well, those were just drunks. But they were, as I said, they were living in the hotel next door. And actually, it was unbelievable because when I first started going in this bar and talking to the people, they say, oh yeah, the other night there was a fight. And I say, where? Well, just back there, that's where the fights take place. So it was all real. It was amazing that the fights were taking place exactly where we went to film them also. And this place looked a little bit like a set, the back where they were having those fights. It really looked like a set. It was amazing.
And a lot of those people are used to Hollywood too, that there's filming going around, so it's not even that surprising.
But, yeah, actually, I didn't feel that any movie had been done there with them, so it was new.
It was new for them?
Yeah.
The lower level, over here, right at the center.
Hi. What were the actors actually drinking? Was it actual booze?
No, never. No, you can't do that. No. That's one thing that is impossible. They were not drinking and they were not smelling, because many reviewers said that you could smell the people that were smelling bad. No. They were they were not smelling. They were not drinking. They were saying the text and not changing the word. I wouldn't let one word be changed. I was very, very difficult with the actors when they were changing one single word or one comma.
Balcony, same place.
You mentioned the way you used music in this film, and I've always particularly liked both the music and the way you used it. I have a specific question about one piece. Most of the music was either blues or classical, and at one point you have a John Coltrane tune, which is, you play almost the whole tune. I think it's the scene the day after they've met, Henry and Wanda, and they're in the apartment. I just wondered if there was any particular reason why you chose that piece of music or what your feeling was there.
Well, it was a very sensual and soulful, moving scene, and it was just working with the scene. This is the thing about music. You try it on different pieces, and suddenly you find a piece that works completely well with the scene. Sometimes you have to try many. Sometimes you fall right away on something extraordinary that gives another dimension to the scene, and this was exactly the case. And every time you pray, you're going to have the rights. And it worked. Another place where it worked fantastically was the Mahler scene where she sees an angel. That was magical for that scene. And actually, the Mahler, I don't know if Bukowski had mentioned Mahler in the writing, but since it was one of his favorite musicians and one of mine too. So I don't know if I ended up using it without telling him, or if he already conceived of the Mahler. Could have been both, I don't remember.
I have one house left, right here.
You mentioned earlier wanting the actors to stay faithful to the script, and I was wondering, with the long lead time to get the movie made, 7 years or something, did the story change anywhere along the way?
Well, yes, there were two versions of the screenplay. There was a first version that was less entertaining, a little more serious, and then we called this version that was filmed, that was made 1 year after the other one, a jazz soup version. It was just more things were happening. It was a little more joyous. You would had more little incidents, like the guy at the end of the hallway that's coming back into an apartment with a chicken, stuff like that. You know, that brings a little excitement all the way through the movie. Basically, yeah, we had some bad reactions for the first version, and we thought that by adding a little something and having fun a little at different points, it would make the financing easier. It didn't. But we liked it, so it stayed. So there was just one big change. Over those 7 years, there was one change after 1 year. Yeah.
We're at the lower level, just stage right of center.
Yeah, you mentioned in the response to the music question about Mahler and the angel, and so you had Faye Dunaway as your distressed goddess, and I'm wondering if Bukowski was really pushing the wounded angel theme because it was the love of his life, and you see that in the other characters beyond Faye Dunaway's character. Was that intended, or am I reading too much into this story?
Well, this happened. Again, you know, talking to Bukowski, he said, yes, this happened. I had to call an ambulance, and all this scene happened like that. The only thing that makes it a movie is that this is the third time that they're calling the ambulance, so it becomes like a comedy scene where it's the third time. But the real scene, it happened like that. She saw an angel, and she was afraid, and she made him call an ambulance. So all this is true. Mm-hmm.